Hey YouTube, thanks for tuning in to Tavern League's Tyranny of Dragons campaign. Catch us every Monday at 10 a.m. Central over on Twitch at tNomad_TV, link in the description below, as well as many of my other socials. You can watch me stream other campaigns, other sessions, Tavern League's encounters, getting in on that yourself by joining in the Discord community. Remember, if you like this video and want to see more, click that like button and subscribe. But for now, let's get into the session.
We are strolling into town, following where the cultist caravan went.
Okay, as you are kind of waiting on the side, sure enough, within a few moments, faster than the rest of the wagons, you see cult wagons moving forward.
We will, I'd say we do our best attempt to blend into the crowd. And as we're following them, also try to blend into the crowd, like we're just happen to be strolling in the same direction. All right, well, Freddy would like to do his best to change his appearance, like, take his hair and like put it up in a ponytail, take out his disguise kit and, change his clothes, maybe color his features a little bit, make himself like darker skinned than normal.
Can we see? We can see Freddy, right?
Do you know it's Freddy?
I do.
Oh, that's right. We thought it was some highfalutin dude.
I was gonna say I could tell the others, but I don't know. I think probably. I don't know.
Are you telling us or not?
Probably not.
Otherwise, you guys have been following this random guy through the city.
We've been following Hawkeye. We've
We've
been following Hawkeye, who's following some dude. Like, where the hell did Freddy go? Ondar's kind of, walking back and forth, and he's telling him the whole tale. And, he starts with his grandfather, and I mean, he, explains his whole story, and he tells him everything. And, he kind of tries to stay calm, but he starts getting a little bit, agitated and angry and agitated, desperate, I guess would be a better word, He starts explaining that he feels like he's letting Torm down and his grandfather and his friends and the whole order of, the lower order of innocence. And then he finally sits in a heap, and he's like, his head's hanging and he's like, I don't know, Father, am I doing right? By letting these bastards live, am I doing correct? And he looks up at this priest.
All right. So she brings you to the back room, closes the door behind you, says, Harper's, what is it? Is something important?
Potentially gravely so.
Oh, how so?
And the material realm, such. Well, the short story is we have uncovered a cult that is raiding and pillaging towns, villages, manors, and abbeys all along the Sword Coast, attempting to gather as much gold and wealth as possible. And they're collecting it, we believe, in this region, the Mirror of Dead Men, in the eventual hopes of raising an army of dragons and potentially summoning the Great Old One herself.
All right, perfect. We have everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody is in, so welcome to my table, friends. You are watching the latest installment of Hoard of the Dragon Queen as part of the Tyranny of Dragons adventure module, part of Tavern League's table. I am your host and DM, tNomad. So first off, let's get some introduction. You can start at the top from left to right. Freddy, tell us about your character.
Hello, I'm Sauerkraut, and I'm here Freddy Bloomington. He's a half-elf bard / warlock of the College of Lore subclass. He's the happy-go-lucky jack-of-all-trades type who's out for redemption and to gain fame and glory so that he may eventually return to his homeland.
Much Freddy. Hawkeye, you're up next.
I'm Otto. I play Hawkeye, who is a wild hunt shifter druid from the Circle of the Stars. She loves her animals, and I mean, at this point, she's getting an animal army.
I'm John, playing currently Knock Gravelskin, the half-orc Path of the Beast Barbarian, who's been raised his whole life by dwarves.
The half dwarf.
Hey.
Orf.
He's
Orc.
not half anything. He's an orc.
All right, thank you, Noct. Ondar, what about you?
Hello, everyone. I am Old Jarhead. My character is Ondar Steelhawk, a human paladin of Torm. He has taken the oath of the crown. Ondar is from Tether. He was previously in life was a squire to his maternal grandsire, Sir Onred Thon, who was a member of the Loyal Order of Innocence, a Tetherian order of knights sanctioned by the Crown of Tether. Ondar is or was on a pilgrimage to the Temple of Torm's Coming in Tantris. He was waylaid by some ongoings in Greenest and has since then been on a quest to find out about this cult and put an end to their evil doings, and is traveling with these fine folk to put an end to this evil.
Right, thank you very much. Very involved backstory, love it. Last but not least, we have Ireva Galanodel.
All right. Ireva is a wood elf ranger of the Horizon Walker subclass. She's a proud wood elf, and she isn't the most social of beings, but she does find herself becoming more accustomed to socialization with her crew as she works on her mission that she left her homeland to stop the cult from raising this dragon queen, and looks forward to completing her mission and returning home.
All right, there we have it. Our 5 brave heroes taking on this mission. A little bit of a subterfuge and kind of following along. Irritations rising up a little bit because they just want to take care of this threat right away. But perhaps a different approach, what is needed for now. So as I understand it, pretty much everybody is okay with historians, so I will keep going on with those random rolls.
Yeah.
We have Knocked. Information, John. Look forward to reading your synopsis of this session.
Grab my notebook. Move it over here.
Missed you last week, big fella.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I've been in and out of the office, but should be done for a while at least after today.
I do have to say, Ryan trying to roleplay your character, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
I think Ondar had a lot to say.
Say, nobody
Well-
does the Knocked voice quite the same, but
Yeah, that's true.
I tried my best to do it, but it
Yeah,
wasn't
that was
as
great.
good as you.
It was great. It was okay.
Excuse me. It's wind.
And Ryan, real quick, I know you're working on stuff, but my ammo in my actions tab does still show 31 instead of 40.
Okay. Yeah, so you have, I think you have your arrows, but I never updated that.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's why I wanted to let you know, because perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for reminding me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Cool.
I think what we'll do first is Hawkeye, if you let me know what items particularly you wanted to buy, I can let you know the prices.
Just those ones in that
Oh.
order.
Wand of
Oh, I also need to send Hawkeye a third of what I made for the amulets because she gave me an amulet. So let me
I
subtract.
already got that.
Oh,
Yep, already took care.
Ryan, you the best.
Try. All right. So, a wand of magic missiles. You managed to find a shop that'll sell you one for 270 gold pieces.
How much gold do I have?
You have 392 gold pieces. Some change.
Okay. You said how much again?
270.
Could I try to talk the price down?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but yep, that's how I figured that would go.
Unsuccessful. Merchant says price is the price. Won't find much deviance anywhere around Waterdeep.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so on your character sheet, when you're on your inventory tab, on the very top, there's your treasure. On the right side, there's that plus sign and the minus sign. So you can use that to kind of do your total. So if you click the minus sign, that opens up a menu. Perfect, just like that. And you can leave a little note if you wish. That is under EP though. That's Electrum points. So you want to go over to the GP. Does that make sense?
I see.
Yep.
It's on the other side.
Oh, sorry. Both trying to type it in the same time. There we go. Then spend coins and that'll get your thing. Okay, 270 gold pieces for a wand of magic.
It's because you saw how great Yuli was with it, right?
I thought it would be useful.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm. And then I have leather armor, so preferably studded leather armor, but not metal.
Gotcha.
Studded with stones.
Yeah.
Okay, studded leather. Run you 45 gold pieces.
Can I try to talk the price down on that one again?
Go ahead, persuasion. Different merchants.
And then I can't do. I don't think I have guidance prepared. There it is.
Guidance is a cantrip, and you always, or guidance is part of your star map. So as long as you have your star map, you always have guidance.
Could I try to cast guidance on myself?
Yes. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
I rolled it in chat, but it didn't pop up. I'll just roll it again. It was a 14. Oh, that one's better.
14. Okay.
It doesn't look like your guidance came through on that second roll because it got used. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, roll a d4.
There you go. 16.
16. Okay. So the merchant speaks with you, and they're like, I guess I could give it for 40 gold pieces.
It's good enough.
Okay, 40 gold pieces minus from your inventory, please.
Okay. And then the staff I think I need to save up for, but do you have a general price for that one?
staff of spike growth?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there is a staff of scroll of. Let's see, staff.
It's spiked with a D at the end. Maybe that helps.
Oh, not in my compendium for this
I would
thing.
say, I feel like that's a homebrew option. I did warn you about those ones.
Yeah, because I don't see it in Roll20 either.
Yeah.
Or D&D Beyond, I should say.
I'm not seeing a staff. Typically a uncommon staff is like around 350 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So have enough gold for that.
Yeah, no. All right. I'm good.
Okay. So moving on.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say I run to Eureka with my wand.
Do they have this quote unquote staff? Noct will buy her the staff.
Noct will. Okay, so
I got like 666 gold, which is a number that currently I ended up on.
Like
Such an evil.
I don't know how I got to 666.
we'll say, let's see, 300. 315 gold pieces for that.
Right.
Go to the forge, my son.
Nope. Why didn't that work? Oh, my numlock's off.
If you have a link to that staff that you're looking at, just so I know what type of enchantment it actually does. It probably just does the spell. Spike growth, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think it does the spell of spike growth, but it doesn't affect like me, or I thought it said it didn't affect me or companions. I'll look it up again though.
She casts it centering like on herself, and then she's able to move through it just fine, but no one else is. Like everyone else, the normal spike growth rule applies.
Okay, got it.
I was like, I sent it to I was asking about it, so I can't find where it said it again.
Get to cast spike growth. Then I can update that out of session. Anything else?
No, I just run over, and although he probably wouldn't like it, I hug Noct.
No, this is because I broke your other stick.
I smile and then hold the stick and am very happy. And then I'll show you Ray with it.
All right. So we can now enter into the scene. Last time on Tyranny of Dragons, our heroes had finally made it to Waterdeep, and they followed the wagon trail northward. Freddy taking on a disguise to follow from a distance, and the rest of the guys kind of following Hawkeye, who is following behind this weird dude with a noticeable gait to his step, walking proudly through the streets. Or actually, he was on horseback. They were all on horseback. So you followed the cultists and their wagons north to a section of Waterdeep known as the Field Ward. Turning west, turning to the left, they went to a warehouse where they stocked all of their wagons and their cargo and everything, and all the cultists took up residence at this nearby inn called the Salted Pork. Salted Pig. And Ireva kind of stood watch, noticed that the cultists had a watch of their own watching the warehouse where their stuff was, but a lot of them went inside. It appeared that they were pulling up for the day, taking a day of rest. So the rest of the party went around Waterdeep and did some errands real quickly. Ondar and Noct going to the temple, Temple of Tyr, finding a Shrine of Torm, expressing some confusion and irritation at the current situation. Ondar spoke with a priest, got some guidance and some help, performing Torm's table as well. Ireva did some shopping. Freddy did some shopping. Hawkeye now has done some shopping. So we enter at this inn that Hawkeye had procured for the team. You are all kind of waking up in the morning. So you all hear the sounds of morning kind of come out outside your windows. Merchants moving about, people yelling and shouting, people bringing their wares out into the streets. It's bustling. So you all wake up and you may...
Ondar not would have been up at dawn anyway.
Yeah, except he didn't show up this morning.
Who?
Noct has not come out yet.
Knocked in, come a knocking.
But
There it is, first one.
Ondar would have knocked on his door.
you don't get an answer.
No response.
Ondar would have been concerned and would have forced entry.
Okay. Inside, you find the room a bit disheveled. The linens on the bed are shredded up pretty good. Noct is gone. And on the table, if that worked, you find a note and a small bag of, since I spent some, 200 gold. I don't know if that...
I got it.
You did? Okay.
I sent
I
his
didn't know
note.
if I had to make it public.
If you drag and drop stuff onto their token above the combat tracker, that usually...
I did. I just didn't know if I had to check public for him to be able to see it after I did that. So
I skipped straight to the PS because it caught my attention.
I knew it would.
I was laughing.
You want to add 200 gold to the treasury there, and I'll remove 200 gold off of Noct's character
I
sheet.
can do that.
He's taking the rest. Gotta have some walking around change.
I got 200 gold on your party sheet.
I'm reading this in Knott's voice too. I don't know why. But...
I think Freddy's asleep.
Power naps.
Holy shit.
That the response you were looking for?
Yeah, that sounds about right. You've seen that note. There's some shit in that note.
Oh, yeah.
Ondar, read out the note.
Well, Ondar has to explain to you what's in that note.
Yep, Ondar is waking up at dawn himself. Unless you guys are getting up as well, he's kind of here by himself. Okay.
Well, I would say Ireva only
You have to
needs.
sit with it alone for a while before you guys wake up.
Yeah, Ondar's like, when he reads this, he actually sheds a tear. He looks around the room You know, he doesn't crumple the paper up. You know, he walks to the window and he looks out the window. Did he leave anything?
Yes, he left a
The
coin.
money, yeah.
Yep, he left a coin purse of 200 gold.
He's not worried about the fucking money. I mean, like anything else.
Did you leave
No,
anything
just-
else?
Just the note, he would have taken all of his possessions as far as what he owns, which is just weapons.
Right.
Maybe a little telling as to why he's needing space.
Ondar just walks out of the room. He takes the note with him. He didn't even take the money bag. He just walks out of the room. And he finds some place where he can, you know, face east towards Tantris, and he has a very long prayer session to Torm. You know, I mean, a very, very long and loud prayer session to Torm. I mean, it's fucking long. I mean, very long. A long prayer session to Torm. Very long. I mean, long. Like, long.
Like they're really gonna have to come get you.
Yeah, like when they wake up, he's like fully into it, full throated. Like, I mean, he's singing a goddamn song.
He's doing Mongolian throat singing.
Yeah, I mean, and he's fucking bawling. I mean, fucking bawling. I mean, like, there's a fucking puddle at his feet. He's been crying so fucking long. He's fucking tore up.
That's probably terrifying for the rest of your crew.
The note is right there. They can read it. You can share it with everybody. I mean, the note is right fucking there.
All right, so Hawkeye, Ireva, and Freddy, you guys are all kind of woken up, disturbed from a lot of movement. Usually Ondar's pretty good about moving around for his morning prayer, but now it just seems like he must have something on his mind. He's shuffling around, kind of bumping into things, stepping very heavy. Freddy, you are kind of disturbed from your slumber, waking up in the middle of your snore. Now you
No, I don't want to go to school.
now you hear a door close. It doesn't slam, but it closes very hard. Ondar gone to his room, and now you hear him chanting in prayer with a heaviness on his voice.
All right. Well, Frey's gonna get up and start his day. You know, donning his armor, picking up his gear and whatnot.
Bonner didn't put his armor on. He's in his fucking loincloth and just fucking, you know, like, you know.
He's tired. He's Tarzaned up.
So is this the point where like Ondar would normally be done with his prayers and he's going beyond normal?
Yeah, and there's usually two of them.
No, I'm asking Ryan, like, what time did I wake up in this process? Like,
Okay,
was it like
so,
right in the beginning of him praying? Or?
Let's see. This is fall, so dawn is starting to get a little bit later. I would say probably like 8 in the morning or so. 8 might be a little like between 7 and 8 a.m. And
Okay.
Ondar has definitely been praying longer than usual. Usually he'll get up and he'll pray, kind of go over his routine a little bit, and then move about. And you guys are just getting up. He's up before all you, except for Ireva. You know, he's in a trance, so she kind of sees this going on. He is still in prayer far longer than what is typical.
All right. Especially since it takes a few minutes to get armor on, Freddy would be suspicious.
Saying at first, Ireva, when she hears, you know, doesn't think anything. But then she would, like, once it becomes far, like, past the time, then she'd start being a little curious.
And the fact that there's only one voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
Hawkeye's
no
pretty-
repeated voice. Usually it's not,
sorry.
or usually it's Ondar and then not repeats. Because, you know, not hasn't picked up the, it's, you know, it's not, it's like, row your boat. Okay, row your boat. You know, there's not that second voice anymore.
Row your boat. Row. Yeah, row your
So-
boat.
Why did my brain immediately just go gently down the stream? Fuck that stream.
Right?
Freddy would leave his room and go.
Freddy would leave his room and what?
Go investigate. Said.
Okay.
Oh, I thought, yeah.
Investigate Ondar.
Okay, yeah, Freddy. So, kind of open the door and see Ondar in the prayer position, chanting, but his voice is very heavy, and he seems to having a very difficult time keeping control of his emotions. But
Obviously, broken. It seems.
Though he is in prayer, it seems like his head is dragging down a little bit lower than usual. It is a prideful stance that he takes, but now his shoulders are kind of sunken. And another thing you notice is hulking form usually next to him is not there.
Ondar, whatever is the matter?
He kind of starts like, he's been startled. He stops chanting, sobbing, whatever it is he was doing. Kind of brings his shoulders up, shakes his head. His right hand was on his sword. He just kind of holds his left hand out and drops the note that he was holding. Takes a big breath, kind of sighs. He's gone.
Freddy will take the note in his hand and start reading.
I dropped that to you, right?
Yeah, I'm reading.
Ondar stands up, wipes his face, keeps it away from Freddy. Now he's embarrassed a little bit.
It's raining, it's pretty normal in Waterdeep. That's why they call it Waterdeep.
Aww.
It's not tears, it's sweat. It's hot. It's so
I was doing my exercises today.
You really have to focus on those prayers.
Yeah. He left us. I think to protect us, maybe.
Protect us.
Ondar walks over and starts putting on his clothing now.
All right. And then Ireva.
It
Ireva will
seems
kind of. Oh, sorry.
our friend wasn't well and we didn't even know it.
I think he was holding something deep inside himself that even he could not understand.
Well, then I think he's the one that needs Torm's protection and guidance, not necessarily us.
You all see the fox Reynard kind of come around, like doing the cat thing on your legs. Not meowing, but he's like rubbing on your legs. He goes up to you for especially long.
Ondar does the, just kind of like, get away, with his foot, like, go. As he puts on his armor slowly. Looking out the window.
You gonna be all right, friend?
I will be fine. I spoke to a priest of Torm yesterday. He has put me in a solid place. I thought he did the same for... Not. Apparently not.
Or perhaps he did. and that priest might have averted his bestial side coming out a little too strongly.
Sensing the time, Ureva will, approach Hawkeye about the subject and just say, like, seems to be taking longer than normal for them to get going, and kind of go to their room where she heard, the prayer coming from Ondar.
Hey, Ureva, you go to a room, seeing a scene where Freddy is holding a little piece of parchment in front of him, kind of looking at it, looking up and down, back and forth between the note and Ondar. Ondar, his back is to you, but his shoulders seem to be drooping, quite uncharacteristic of Paladin.
I follow behind Ureva.
Same thing with you, Hawkeye. You to a scene. Two friends in deep conversation. Something important, something weighing on their minds heavily.
And Ureva, not being the most socially suave, will notice a difference in her two companions.
Ureva asks, "Why are you crying?"
I'm not crying no more. He quit. He's actually getting dressed. Thank you very much.
He's not crying, he's leaking.
Right.
Yeah, we'll just say, your schedule is off this morning. That's unlike you.
He turns as he's putting on his undershirt. Not has left us, Lady Elf.
And she has, as he says this, clear shock just shows on her face, and she says nothing for a moment.
He regained most of his composure. He motions to Freddy to show her the note.
And Freddy hands it over. Or offers it, I should say.
And Reva will take the note, still recovering a little bit from the shock, regaining her composure.
May I see the note as well? Oh my gosh.
Go.
Not has left us to protect us from himself, apparently. He felt he could no longer contain the beast within.
At least that's what he believed.
He believed that he was succumbing to a bloodlust, I think. I feel. I'd seen it in dogs, but I don't believe I'd ever seen it in a person as strong as him. Perhaps he is simply hunting the cult on his own now. I do not know. He didn't want to risk us, perhaps.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
It's kind of horrific, is it not?
Ureva will calmly read this, and you can see the compassion on her face. But being Ureva, she simply says, I will say, he was right to kill me first, if that was his intention.
Well,
Hey,
yes.
there's no time for jokes.
I'm not joking.
I don't think she was joking. Yes, I was going to say that.
I can't bring myself to believe that he would do that, but if he were to, that would have been the wise decision. My honor would not allow myself to see my companions brought down. I am truly, and she'll look Ondar dead in the eye and say, I am truly sorry, my friend.
As am I. But we have much to do this day.
The world is small and our lives are long. I'm sure you'll cross paths with him someday.
If Torm deems it necessary, it will happen. Yes.
Okay, we'll stare at the staff that knocked Botter and just like slowly shed a tear.
Last present, parting gift.
Oh, and he left coin on the table in his room.
Freddy's right back in it.
And Ureva will immediately, as soon as Freddy speaks up, just shoot him a withering glare.
Yeah, I'll backhand Freddy's shoulder.
Freddy starts like slinging back out of the room.
That's my cue. All right, Freddy. So
Not
you
only a
find
half elf, but also a bard.
you find the coin purse and you count it up, and it looks like he's left 200 gold of his share, taking the rest to himself.
Ondar chuckles. Did you notice the PS he left?
Yes, and it's
Yeah, it's like got a good laugh out of that.
Only Notch would say that to me, yes.
That's not the only clue. The note was specifically for you, Ondar.
Ondar folds it up and tucks it into his belt.
Or you have Noct's note. Carlin speaks up at this point and kind of softly, my apologies, I don't mean to interject. I can see something is going on, but we do have business to attend to, and I think we should get to it for fear that we don't miss our chance.
Not now, Carlin. We're having a moment. God, you're so insensitive.
I just see Freddy in the other room calling out, "Not now, Carlin!"
One,
Not now, I'm
two,
counting money.
3, 4.
One for Ondar,
We're gonna
one
start
for
all
me.
over.
One for Ondar, one for me. One for
my
Hawkeye, two for me.
yeah.
1 for your Rava, 3 for me.
You're right.
You know, knowing Freddy, he would also make a split for Noct, but that would just be like the bar money.
Right.
Right, so you guys wish to venture out, or let's say last night before falling asleep, Freddy, a contact would have gone to your inn and informed you that five spots have been purchased for the guard, like you had talked to from Harper's, kind of speaking in code, letting you know you do have your way north purchased, or not purchased, but it has been solidified.
Secured.
Yeah, that's the word out.
All right, Freddy will come back into the room after yelling at Carlin. Yeah.
God damn it, Carlin.
So insensitive. He still has the purse like in hand, like he hasn't pocketed it. It's like, well, unfortunately, Carlin is right. I received a message from our contacts last night. We have 5 spots secured, heading north as guards on a caravan. We're together this time.
Well, that makes it better.
But still, Nox isn't with us.
When is it supposed to depart? Like,
The information that you have been given is 3 hours after dawn. You have a little bit of time.
oh, today.
Today.
Okay. All right. Then I share that. The caravan appears to be leaving today in roughly 3 hours. And it should be on the same caravan that the cultists are taking. So we'll be with them.
What is our job?
You are
Guards.
hired on as guardsmen, much like you were for the caravan, but this is a different type of work. Lord Neverember of Neverwinter.
That's a name.
Yep, Lord Neverember is rebuilding Neverwinter, and the road is needed once again The swamp, the Mere of Dead Men, has kind of cut and overgrown the road, and their trade is very, very difficult. He wishes to open that up again. So he is hiring out for anyone brave enough to go through the swamp and cut it away from the road. So he is heavily hiring laborers, but he is also hiring guards to protect the laborers and make sure that progress does not halt. So you guys have all just been you have secured your places as guards on the latest trek north. Many laborers.
We are to guard the worker.
Lost my better half.
As I say, somebody went away, but I.
Oh, yep. Gone.
Also, did anybody else think of Lord of the Rings with the Mere of Dead Men?
Yeah. Those bodies in the waters looking up.
All I'm picturing. Sorry, out of character a little bit there.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Okay, we're not friends anymore. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my.
I've seen The Hobbit,
Like,
but not Lord of the
goodness,
Rings.
you haven't seen
I'm
Lord
so
of the
sorry.
Rings?
We had a really good run there, but we're done.
That was my
You-
childhood, man.
You've never seen?
You are so lucky Jake didn't hear that. Ooh.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Next session, we're not gonna play. We're just gonna put Lord of the Rings on, and you're gonna watch.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
You can't have the audio or the video from it, so it's just us listening to you listen to.
Yep.
Yes. And you have to watch the director's cut because
That's a freaking long one.
It's worth it.
Worth it.
It's worth it.
I'm sorry, I can't say I'm like so flabbergasted right now.
It's worth it.
I'm like red in the face. I'm so upset.
Like,
so
I haven't
tired.
watched it all the way through, but I've watched like bits and pieces, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't, because how do you watch any of it and not watch all of it? You're making it worse.
I know Bill
Okay.
goes back and
Sorry, did I
He's
understand
back.
this right? You have not seen Lord of the Rings?
no.
That
Yeah.
happened quick, huh?
Oh,
I told him
my
immediately.
God. Otto.
Mhm.
And it's the
I don't
part
think-
that sucks is my boyfriend really likes Lord of the Rings.
Okay, well then
don't
you made a
know.
good choice in him.
Yep, I don't know that you realized coming into this group what you were getting into.
You can
No.
skip The Hobbit. Those movies were just kind of meh.
I
But you
liked The
have to watch
Hobbit.
the
I liked The Hobbit, but they
I watched
definitely
all the Hobbit ones.
added a lot.
Yeah, they definitely focused more on bridging the Hobbit to the Lord of the Rings story than making the Hobbit its own story like it was in the books.
Yeah. They use it
Like
as a
getting
way
the-
to like explain the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, like the orcs and
Yeah.
all that. Like, yes, which I understand, but like I'm a book reader, so I was like, meh.
Yeah.
All right,
Right,
sorry, that was my fault, but
Back in. Okay. So, back to happening now. You guys are kind of ready to set out. Freddy is informing you about the guards that you have been hired on as. I remember Ondar asked, so we are hired to guard the laborers? Ondar had asked that question.
Are we?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
Did you catch my explanation of Lord Neverember? Or did you cut out before that?
I'm pretty sure I got most of it.
Okay.
He's trying to open up trade again, and he needs people to guard people that will clear the way.
Yes.
Also, I'm not seeing Freddy. Oh, there he is. He just popped up. Boom.
You see the map, Freddy?
I
don't see your token on it.
I see Waterdeep. Northwest players.
Okay, good.
Nah, but it's all gray. I'll open it again.
Trying to drop it on your... There we go. All right, so do you guys wish to go to the field ward?
Yes, I think so.
I'll pick up my fox and then follow wherever they're going.
Right. So you guys all kind of set yourselves right and everything. Ondar has his armor donned finally and ready to set forth. You walk out through the tavern, or through the inn, into the streets, the busy streets, teeming with people. People on people on people. Hard to kind of get by. You almost need to like shove your elbows out just to make room.
Well,
We're on our
guys,
horses. We're on our horses, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting you have horses.
We have a few hours. Shall we not try to disguise ourselves this time around?
Why? I like them knowing who we are. Makes them prickly and nervous. I have made peace with the fact that we are not directly assailing them. The priest of Torm told me that he made me understand that this is good. This is okay. I am well with it.
All right.
But I want them nervous. I want them to know that they have done foul things. And that any moment they can pay for their sins.
Ondar has some new steeled resolve behind his eyes. He has a vision and he's comfortable and the patience needed to enact that. So you all go back to the warehouse. It appears that is where they are congregating to get ready to set north. And you walk up and you see many wagons, the cultists kind of strapping up and making sure everything is strapped down, doing provisions and everything. They see you guys approach, and right away, you see some narrowed eyes and dirty looks cast your way.
I have the biggest smile on my face. Ondar is happy. Well, as happy as he can be.
We'll nudge Ureva's shoulder, like, and then whisper under my breath, dirty looks are rude.
We should be on our guard, she'll whisper back. A nervous man makes for brash actions.
Okay, so Freddie, looking around, you've been told about some contact. His name is Ardred Rifferhue, and you've been told about a company called the High Road Charter Company. In Baldur's Gate, the individual merchants did all the hiring out, and they were expected to provision what they needed for the trek. Here in Waterdeep, a little bit more socially controlled, I guess. There is the High Road Charter Company that does all the hiring. So they're kind of like a union that takes care of the merchants and the wagons and the caravans coming in and out. So they're the ones that hired you. They have been told of your esteem. So you see a human man kind of looking around, standing tall in somewhat military fashion, telling you of training and guardsmanship and everything like that. He's kind of just moving around, talking with some of the merchants and everything around.
Were we told like what our contact would look like, or what to look for? Is there some sort of symbol or banner that they would have? Anything to identify them?
You have been told to look for a man of pretty normal complexion and everything, and he's got shoulder length brown hair. Has what do you call it? Like a hauberk that he wears, made of leather and links of steel and everything. Carries around a sword. You suspect that this man that I described earlier, going around talking to other merchants, is that contact.
Ah. Good sir. Good sir. Try getting his attention as I stride over to him on the horse.
He turns his head sideways and regards you, looks you up and down. Yes, can I help you?
We're the new hired guardsmen. Freddy and Co.
Decent. He looks back and says, I'm told there'll be 5 of you, and then kind of just uses his finger. Yep, okay. Got you all here. Let's see. My name is Aldred Brifferhue. I am a convoy for the High Road Charter Company. Let's see. You'll be joining some of these over here, and he points over to the other side, which you see little gnome woman smiling with a huge grin, and in her grin you actually see some glinting gold. Also,
Frick.
I
just noticed.
Big giant man. All right. John, go ahead and describe Uthar.
Well, humanoid, I guess, would be rather than man. I mean, he
Humanoid?
is
Question
male,
mark?
but I don't know if you guys would know what a firbolg is, but it basically, yeah, he's like a man, but he's a big furry man.
Jamna
not
probably
bugbear furry.
Jamna probably comes up to his shins.
Yeah, pretty big. He's I say big, but he's actually not he's not knocked big or anything like that. He's
How tall is he?
I think I have you in here 5'10", 5'11".
Oh, so you're a smaller Firbolg. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he's not big, but he's not little. They're little races, so.
Firbolg are between 7 and 8 feet tall and weigh between 240 and 300 pounds.
And this is not one of those Firbolg.
No, it's not one of those. He is not one of those Firbolg. He doesn't look as strong, although he does look dexterous, let's say. He's got pretty wild looking red hair that stands kind of constantly on bedhead end, and he's wearing some, trying to think of what things that describe the don't. Yeah, I mean, he's wearing scale mail, but he's wearing it underneath a bunch of clothing, and he's kind of doing some light, just light handiwork. He seems like he wants to be doing something, so he's kind of piddling around and trying to help people.
He's a piddler.
Doesn't like sitting idle.
All right, and you see Jamna and he are kind of talking. He seems to be just standing there fidgeting, kind of wants to be doing something, and Jamna is trying to engage him in conversation because she's definitely but it's a little awkward because you can tell there's unfamiliarity there that Jamna doesn't care about.
Are either of them on a mount?
No, they are standing.
You hear a lot of talk that isn't going anywhere about rigging and boats and sailing that Jamna does not seem to be catching on to. And then she's talking about normaler stuff, or not normal, but other stuff that he's not catching on to.
Like she's talking about stabbing people in the back and cutting their throat and stuff.
I
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about, Ondar.
Poisons, cutting arteries,
Yeah, bone spurs and shit like that. Yeah.
Then Ardred
spurs. God.
Ardred Brifferhue speaks up and says, "We'll be leaving in about an hour, so you got time to mill about. We'll talk to the other merchants if you wish, the laborers. I'll give you the sound. You'll know.
Directly.
You're not assigned to anyone directly. It's more that you're kind of just the guards for this convoy going north."
Who's the lead guard?
Ardred.
You'll be with the convoy?
Yes.
Very well. Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Ondar.
Freddie. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you were talking.
Oh, I was going to say, Ondar just kind of, directs Intrepid, just kind of over to where he makes sure that the cultists, if they're present, see him. And he grins at them and smiles.
Oh, they see you. They kind of stop what they're doing, hands at the side, just watching you go by with menace and their stares.
Look forward to watching you all again. Ensuring your safe travels along this journey.
Up the end. Yeah, they're
And
about...
he just finds a place to park and, parks and, sits astride Intrepid and crosses his arms across the pommel of the horse or saddle and just stares at them with not an evil look on his face, just a languid expression and just watches them.
I'm gonna kill you one day, but you can't prove it.
You see about 6 supply wagons, and there are total of 12 escorts, including the characters, including you guys. There's like 24 laborers. Everybody's strapping up stuff and getting ready to set out.
Freddie will shake Aldred's hand and proceed into the caravan a little bit. Also,
Right.
A nice, wide, warm smile.
Ardred takes your hand, shakes it, says, "Look forward to working with you." And Jamna,
Likewise.
as she sees you approach, you hear her call off from a little bit of a distance. "Ah, Freddy! Good to see you again, and it seems fate has decided to bring us together once more. Hopefully on the same goals, I must presume. Same goals as before."
Freddie nods as he keeps striding in general direction. "Yes, it seems so. Fate has tied our paths together. For the better, I hope, as well."
Certainly, certainly. Let me introduce my new acquaintance. This is Uthar. He's a furbold. Never met one myself before, and she's kind of scratching her chin at this.
He stands up and looks at Freddy, and then kind of looks past him towards the people he's traveling with, and the clear animosity issues happening there, and says, "Why do your friends make trouble like this?" And he steps a little closer to Freddy.
Let's just say the cultist has done us some harm in the past.
"Oh, you are here hunting cultists?"
Depends.
"You should be more careful. It will do no good if you are being watched."
I would agree with you there, but my party disagrees, and, well, some of them aren't as easily convinced.
This is yes, this will be problematic. There are certain happenings. Yes, we work this job for reasons, not this job. Yes.
Oh, don't worry. Our primary duties will be to protect the workers, as we signed up for.
This is good. Yes. It would be best if you perhaps do not continue to draw this attention, though.
You might want to talk to the guy with the shield, the big hand on it. He likes to stir up the trouble the most. His honor forces him to. Paladins, you know.
Yeah, he kind of looks around and sees still, I assume, still just glaring on Tsar.
Yeah, he's not really glaring. You know, he's just got this look on his face like, not really. I mean, it's like, yep, I'm right here. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. You're stuck with me. And, you know, it is what it is, guys, you know?
Making a lot of like uncomfortable eye contact with those guys.
Right.
I'll elbow Ondar, like lightly, not to hurt him, but like, hey, be nice.
I am being nice. Hey, how's it going?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that smirk on your face like, hey, what's up?
What's up?
God.
Wasabi!
Well, Uthar, you seem like the decent sort. My name's Freddy, and I look forward to working with you.
Yes, this will be interesting.
Oh, there's never a dull moment when I'm around.
At that, Hawkeye will like cover her face and like, wow, like a face palm.
Yamna speaks up. Yes, it was quite an interesting trek north. You see, I actually traveled alongside these companions on the way to Waterdeep from south.
Freddy just like holds his hand in her general direction and like cocks his head like, see?
He's quite a good bard.
Now she
you
talks
play
too much.
You play music, yes? This is always good. Morale can be a problem. Ooh, I drew a thing. I didn't mean to. Go away.
I suppose I play well enough. People don't seem to complain too much.
Well, this will be. Do you know shanties? Sea shanties? These.
I think I only know the Wellermen.
I suppose this will have to do.
For he is a jolly good fellow.
And after some time, you're kind of milling about, kind of that awkward stage, like you're meeting these people, but it's just
to see.
Yeah, but it's just for work.
The Billy of Tea.
After some time, you see Aldred come back around, and he informs everybody, like turn by turn, kind of speaking up loudly so he can be clearly heard. All right, we're moving out. Get ready, get in file. Guys, begin to travel north, out of the field ward, through the high road on water. Midge. All right, so we are north of Waterdeep. Put your party token on there.
You have to change it though, because didn't it used to be knocked? Can't have that.
You don't be talking about that.
What you did?
All right. So,
in that lull of conversation, I ask Uthar, like, how do you fight?
Why would they? He seems somewhat nervous about that question. He says, why would this need to be established? How I fight?
Well, if we're to work together, I need to understand how to best, expose your abilities to their best advantage, and likewise for me.
Fight? I don't fight.
I suppose I am used to fighting in a controlled situation, not a lot of space, so I mostly use sword and cut.
I got lost.
Very, very generic, but I like it. Straightforward. Me, I fight with magic mostly.
I smell a rogue.
they have a specific smell of blood and assassination.
I am at the best when the frenzy. Yes, on the boats you don't have a lot of one-on-one fighting, but you move between combats. Does this make sense?
Is that a barbarian?
Swashbuckler.
Yes. Yeah. Interesting racial choice. Out of character.
Was not a choice. I was born this way.
It's not a choice.
You said out of character. Too late.
So, yeah, fair enough. I do mostly with magic. Try to stay at range.
Yes.
I can do some sword hitting, and I'm decent at it, but nothing special.
What is like the fireball magic? Like you've seen these.
I prefer my magic to have more subtle tones, generally speaking.
Interesting. I don't have subtle magic. What is this?
Could I roll to see what Freddy would know about a firbolg? Or
Sure. Roll nature. Okay, so you know that firbolgs
Yo, comrade.
Firbolgs are like humble guardians of the forests. They're kind of like the silent folk, the watchers from the trees and everything. So they're usually pretty isolated, and it's pretty rare to see a firbolg. They have innate magic that kind of lends to that nature, where they can like turn invisible and everything. They're giant kin. They're descendants from giants and everything, kind of like Goliaths. Protect the forests. The fact that you have encountered a firbolg that has been on the open water and in highly populated areas is kind of like very curious to you.
Mm-hmm. Very strange. Well, Freddy would do his best to make friends with this new man.
Where Hawkeye is from, would she know?
Yes,
what that is?
You would definitely know about firbolg. You may have encountered them in your home wood, There's
Yeah.
probably like a Firbolg tribe that was there, and you and your family kind of came in and east because you're both one with the natures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll enlighten Freddy some more since it's from my home.
So after 1 day of travel, suddenly from the nearby woods, you hear a bunch of guttural war cries charging forth. At the wagon comes an ogre and 4 orcs. Everybody, it is time.
Yay!
I need you to roll me initiative.
Yes, I'm so happy.
It's chomping at the bit over here.
No,
Not me, them.
maybe a little.
Shitty initiative roll. God dang.
Get it together.
You can even visibly, noticeably tell that the way north of Waterdeep is a little bit wilder.
It's wild.
Wow.
Wild thing.
Let some cultists die. Oh, sorry, I missed that ogre.
One got past me, huh? Oh, shame.
Oh,
Shame.
Oops.
Oops, there it is.
All right, let's
Oh my
this
gosh.
map.
And now we don't have to ever have the awkward conversation when we get attacked by orcs to explain to Nock that those are his people he's slaughtering wholesale.
If you're trying to make us feel better, don't, because it's not.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, you just had to read that note. I had to write it, and it took many revisions.
Yeah,
There was some versions that were way too graphic, and I was like, this is like a lot to put on the table.
I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little emotional.
Gonna play
For a
the
moment there.
sad, incredible Hulk music.
Yep.
The shot of Nock leaving out into the woods. Just
Alright,
a
so you
lot of
guys-
weapons and fear.
But for real, that was very well written.
Let's go ahead and place your tokens anywhere inside this green circle.
Which direction are they coming from?
I'm putting them on the
North?
map right now. They're kind of like coming from the side.
Ah, okay.
Then I want this way. Oh, I do not want that way.
They're all coming from this side, except the ogre.
No, I was like, oh, let's put it this way. And I see big guy, and I'm like, no, let's not.
All right,
I'm gonna go,
should be.
I guess, right here.
All right, you guys ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Starting at the top of the order with Freddie Bloomington. What are you doing?
All right. Freddy's got his shield out and all that fun stuff. He's going to let's try this. Let's have a little bit of fun. So he's gonna go right here, and he's going to use silent image, and he's going to create a gigantic creature. I'm trying to think of what would be a good one off the top of my head. Like in front of him, so it'd be like right here, it's gonna look like he's like transforming into it.
Oh damn!
Make it a ball. Make it a Balrog, but then
No.
Otto won't know what it is.
No, I'm thinking.
It's needles.
You know what?
Man,
I'm thinking an Umber Hulk,
Umber Hulk. Oh,
and then I'd like to try to use performance to roll to imitate its noises, like the deep groaning, and then the chittering of its pincers.
I mean, you could just ask Hawkeye since she can transform into things.
You cannot transform into this.
I would say, do you know what an Umber Hulk is? It's ugly.
Okay.
Also, it's ugly, yes.
So Freddy
That's an Umber Hulk.
casts Silent Image.
Like I'm putting the image like over myself, if that makes any sense.
Right
Except for
here.
like another square. Yeah. And can I roll an intimidation check
Go
on these
ahead
guys?
and roll me an intimidation.
Nice.
All right, the two orcs in front of you stop in their tracks and their eyes go wide. Their battle cries, kind of just going, what the hell? This wasn't here a moment ago. They see this creature and they're just thinking, oh shit. Their advances stopped in their tracks.
And I think that's about all my actions. Unless was intimidating them and whatnot not a bonus, you're going to count that as my bonus.
So you cast Silent Image
Standard. And I
as
moved.
one action. The intimidation was free from casting Silent Image, so you still have part of your movement left, and you still have a bonus action.
Okay, then as a bonus action. No, never mind. I'm not going to do anything with it right now.
All right.
My turn.
Orc 3 looks at this being and he kind of turns his head sideways to his pal down here. Go. He is going to make wisdom check.
I thought it was intelligence.
For what?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Silent image. In order to determine if it's a fake. Intelligence investigation check.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was rolling a wisdom save for a different reason because he's intimidated,
Oh.
so I'm using
Okay.
that to kind of determine what he does.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Okay, he's not very wise. This orc just kind of like takes a step back, just kind of like looking around to see what everybody else does. Ireva, you have initiative.
All right, I am first going to. Oh, maybe if I actually. There we go. Okay, first I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on the ogre.
Okay.
And then I am just going to shoot my arrow right away. Shoot my bow. Shoot him.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Beautiful.
15 points of damage as an arrow shot from Ireva's bow. Little bit of magical blue luminescence casting a sheen in the arrow as it flies through the air, smacks the ogre right in the chest, gives out a great roar, turns his attention directly at you.
Oh, cool.
Cool and good. That's what I wanted.
Cool.
I really want that wanting to fuck me up today.
Cool. All right. And that is actually going to. Yes, for now that will actually end my turn. Click it though. There we go.
All right, we move to the ogre, who's going to charge straight forth at the nearest figure. 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And it takes its great club and comes down in a smash on top of Ondar. But Ondar manages to sidestep it. Uthar.
Well done, Intrepid.
Oh yeah, you guys are on horseback. All right, Uthar,
Oh,
what do
I
you
forgot
got?
about that too.
Are we on horseback? Because I don't want to.
We'll just
I thought we were riding in a thing.
we'll just
Say
say
we
that you
dismounted?
dismounted. So you guys are not
Okay.
on horseback.
Uthar looks over at the fake Umber Hulk and says, "Yeah, okay, subtle magic, yes. Your friend back there will need more than subtle. So first thing, did I get that target?
It
No,
looks like it.
I'll just drag and drop it on you. Cast Shield of Faith on Ondar,
Okay.
and that's my bonus action. And then I'm going to move to here. That's 25, and use my longsword to take a swing at Orc 2.
Okay, go ahead and take advantage for that. For they are intimidated.
Sweet.
They're kind of just
is there a
stunned
hotkey for
right
that?
there.
Say very. Oh, there. Never mind. I found it again. Okay.
That's a
18 to
hit.
So this will have. Oh, how do I do sneak attack on this? Do I just click it on myself, or do I click on the dude? Because it says effect, so I assume I just click it once, right?
A damage effect goes on yourself so that it will do the damage. I think I have an extension that should be doing the sneak attack automatically.
Well, let's find out. And if it doesn't, I'll roll 1d6. No big
But
deal.
you don't have a another creature
I
adjacent.
don't need it.
Yeah.
Because of Rakish audacity, I do it anyway.
Yep. So I think the effect won't automatically proc because I think it's
Oh, gotcha.
for the extension to work. So go ahead and click that effect on yourself.
All right. I think this should. Yep, roll both.
There
Good.
we go. 8 points of
8.
damage.
And because of fancy footwork, I'm going to take another step back, and he doesn't get opportunity against me. Gotta show
Okay.
these guys what I can do. This is
Yeah.
a lot cleaner than me explaining skills. And that will be. That it will be it.
The best rogue archetype ever.
Swashbuckler?
Yes.
Good one. Especially if
It
you already
is.
wanted to make a sailor.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see. Jamna comes running around. He is going to go straight here. 5, 10, 15, 20. She actually doesn't have enough. She's got to use cunning action to dash to get here. She is going to stab at this guy with advantage.
Rogue attack party.
And that is a hit. Deals 10 points of damage as the orc dies, falling down. Carlin is going to hold his action. Hawkeye, what are you doing?
Let's see. I am going to. Let's see. How do I do this without hurting Ureva?
What?
Wow.
What were you planning on doing?
Hurt her, I dare you.
No, produce flame. It's a 10-foot radius. So that I'm trying to figure out where to put it to not.
Isn't that the light is a 10-foot radius?
Quit saying his name.
Additional 10 feet. You can also attack with the flame. Oh, a flame appears in my hand. Never mind. I don't necessarily need to move. I'll do produce flame.
Okay. So,
So I
as,
just cast it.
yep, as part of the so you when you say you use produce flame, that produces a flame in your hand, and then you can attack with the flame. You can do so as part of the same action to cast it, and that's the actual
Okay.
cast button.
Okay,
But
let's
when
see
you-
what I can try to do
Yep.
with that. I want to try to hit Ogre 3, but let's see how much. Oh, that's 30 feet! That's sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna produce flame and try to hit Ogre.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me
So
that
that-
attack. That is a hit. Hawkeye extends her hand and shoots out a little ball of flame that was in her palm, and it smacks the ogre in the face. Go ahead and roll me damage.
That's this button.
3 points of fire damage bursting in this ogre's face.
And then let's do some. So that's my action. Yes, I'll save my healing. So I'll end my turn.
All
I just
right.
need to get the damage combat tracker up. There we go.
Orc 1 going to run at Hawkeye.
Oh, jeez. I had my map so far on my side, I didn't even see those two.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He has to dash. Get there. Ondar. What are you doing?
Ondar will, as a bonus action, he will shout, or not shout, but he will say, Torm, bless my weapon, and will cast, as a bonus action, magic weapon.
Okay.
You are just glowing so much right now. Your swords, your persons, your shield, everything's glowing.
Yeah, yeah. So his magic,
Your
his
skin.
weapon is now magical. His hair, his hair, yeah.
His hair perfectly blow dried, just floats behind him in the wind.
He will make his first swing because now he has 2 swings.
Yes,
At
extra
the ogre.
attack.
Yeah, I forgot to use my double attack. I'm pretty mad at myself.
I was wondering what you had done, but I wasn't gonna like jump in and say what the hell. But, you know, 'cause that's-
Yeah, nope. I messaged Jake immediately after. I was like, God damn it.
God damn it, Carlin! That is a hit. Seven points of damage on the first attack.
Dang, I was hoping it would kill him, but he'll make a second swing.
Another hit. Well done. Ondar slashes upward, catching the ogre on the forearm, and then stabs out with another attack.
Die,
7 and
beast!
6 points of damage.
You big bag of bones. That would be
All right.
his turn.
Orc 4 going to run at Carlin. Which point Carlin will use his saved action. +4 to hit is a hit. Deals 3 points of damage. Gets a second attack. Another hit for 8 points of damage. Orc. Finish his swing. He has a great axe, and while he's running, winds up and just makes an awful mean arc across the body. That is a hit. Deals 11 points of damage.
Ouch. Carlin doesn't have that much HP.
No, he does not. That takes us to the top of the order with Freddie Bloomington.
Freddy's gonna turn the Umber Hulk and face this direction. Target Orc 1. So the Umber Hulk is gonna do something real weird. He's gonna kind of crouch down and shoot his arms forward as 2 beams of eldritch energy burst forward from its palms.
All right.
Tricky. Tricksy magic.
One of them robot Hulks.
That's right.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Why did it have disadvantage though?
Yeah, why am I at disadvantage?
Ranged in May. Oh, because it thinks the Umber Hulk
yep.
is your enemy.
Oh,
That's why. Okay.
That'll do it.
Change that to. Go ahead and roll again. There we go. That's a hit.
Nice roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we counting that first one as my first one?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's
No,
2.
no. The disadvantage wasn't supposed to go. It's unfair, and I can't see what you rolled other. So the 25 is your first one.
Okay. No, 3. All right.
2 beams are only when you're at 5th level warlock.
No, it's
I
5th
believe.
level.
Or is it?
Yeah, cantrips level up regardless of. It's just like your character
Okay, so
level.
cantrips are for total level. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Try the only way they could balance that with how little spell slots compared to like 4.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so the first blast smacks the orc in the shoulder. Turns his body as a second blast goes shooting past its torso.
All right. Freddy wants to stay there, so he's gonna end his turn.
All right, Orc 3. Kind of thinks, what's going on? Okay, so what does he need to make? An intelligence check?
It is an intelligence investigation check in order
Okay.
to see through the illusion.
What is your DC? Eight plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier.
Yep, so that would be 11 plus my
14,
charisma is
right?
14.
14.
Yeah.
He rolled a 14. So he sees this Umber Hulk kind of shift, this image shift for only a moment, and then just kind of like shakes his head. He's mad. He goes
Wait a
charging
minute.
forth at you, Freddy. Swings his great axe. It is blocked by your armor. A glancing blow off your shoulder. You feel the impact, but it falls off. Ireva, you're up.
All right, so the ogre's still standing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna take another. I don't want to do that yet, just in case. I'm gonna take another shot at him. Okay.
All right, that is a hit.
Oh wow, I didn't think that would be.
17.
plus 10.
All right, and seeing that he is still standing, then I will. Seeing that he's putting up a bit of a fight with dying, I'm gonna activate Planar Warrior as my bonus, and then take my second attack against him.
That is a hit. The 15.
Okay, so I can't dodge.
Nice.
18 points of damage. So Ireva shoots one arrow, quickly reaching back to get another arrow on her longbow as the first one hits the ogre in the big meat of its leg. It cries out. His head lifts up. The second arrow pierces through its throat, and you hear a low as he falls to the ground in a big crash.
All right, and then Ireva will, not sparing any time for the dying monster, will just take a couple of steps back from the approaching enemies and end her turn.
All right, taking us to Uthar Furbog.
All right. Going to run up this way and slash, short sword slash at this gentleman.
All right.
That's
It's a hit.
hit. Cool. For. Oops, I did not hit the butt. Well, let's see. Actually, it should work because Freddy's there. It did not. All right. Well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that. Go ahead and roll me.
No worries.
Excuse me. Roll me a d6.
Toss an additional 4 on there.
Additional 4. Orc.
That was 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, I'll look into that. That should be
30.
working.
I'll use my cunning action to do dash and then move down to here to get in next to Otto.
All right. That does not provoke
Hawkeye.
because of your
Fancy footwork.
fancy footwork.
He actually does not get any, so I would actually, as I guess I run by, I would tell Freddy, he will not strike back, and keep moving over to there.
I see you like coming up, smacking him, just right away. He will not strike back, and then just like walking away.
And that'll do.
All right. Jamna. Going to do the same. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's going to attack her short sword on this orc. That is a hit. He deals 8 points of damage, felling the orc in front of her. Arlen.
Now he really won't fight back.
Going to step here. Short sword. Dodges. It's 2 attack. Another short sword. That is a miss as well. Okay, Hawkeye, you are up.
All right. So, seeing that the big ogre died, I want to hit Orc 1 with my flame. Or, yeah, the one that's next to me.
Produce flame? Okay, so you produce another
Yeah.
flame. Go ahead and make that attack. It's made at disadvantage.
Oh no!
Still a hit.
And a crit in
that's a
there
bummer,
too.
though.
Yep, still a hit. It falls to the ground dead.
Alright. And then I'll see if anyone else needs help. It doesn't look like it because I think Orc 4 is the only one that's alive.
Yeah, Fork's the last one living.
Alright, and then I'll turn towards Carlin. I was like, you got this, Carlin.
All right, Ondar, what do you got?
Yeah, he's got to compete with Ondar for that one.
Ondar's going to turn and
It's enough room to get there.
Ondar's going to turn and run towards this creature. You are not my friend. You are of no relation to my friend.
He's half dwarf.
Giving half orcs a bad name out here.
He's actually screaming in Orcish as he runs towards
Okay.
this creature. You will die for pretending to be my friend.
Oh, poor Ondar.
Ondar's in
He
pain,
said nah.
guys.
There you go.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to pump a divine smite into this just because I'm pissed off.
I had a feeling you would. There's no way you can let him walk away from that, right? Jesus.
All right, Ondar. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, just, Ondar's just freaking angry and he misses his buddy. And, he like this beast that even partly resembles his buddy, he is going to pay with his life. And Ondar rushes forward, screaming in Orc as loud as he can. You are not. You are not. and just like he misses with his first swing because he's really pissed, and he hopes nobody sees the tears streaming out of his fucking eyes, and he strides forwards and misses with his first swing, and then comes back with a backswing and just slices this thing open from freaking groin to freaking neck, and then kicks him off his sword, and then just starts hacking at him, just like.
Yeah.
But the backswing just explodes with freaking divine energy, and then he just, as I said, he kicks him off the blade, and then just starts like standing there, just like, "You're not done! You're not done! You're not done!" Just like going off on him before he realizes that he's hacking to pieces a dead orc.
Yeah. I just imagine like the first swing kind of burying in the ground, and as you come up with the backswing, it radiates that divine flame and that searing smite and everything, and just decimating him.
Right. And that, it basically, like, as it cuts through, it freaking cauterizes as it cuts through.
Yeah.
That's why it gets caught up on the blade, and you have to kick it off of him, and then he's just like hacking at him, because he's dead, but he doesn't care. He's like, in that moment, he doesn't care. And like, probably all the cultists are watching this freaking guy go thinking, "Oh my gosh!"
All right. Congratulations, guys.
Freddy's gonna dissipate the silent image and walk on over, and eventually on one of Ondar's backswings, he's gonna grab his wrist gently and like put his other hand like on his shoulder.
Ondar too.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, it's dead. Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's dead.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Yeah, it is my fault. I killed him.
Fault.
Yeah, I killed it. Yeah, it is my fault. It's dead. Yeah.
It's not. No. Listen to me, son.
What we're referring
It's not your
to.
fault.
What?
It's not your fault.
I killed him.
No, you didn't. It's not your fault.
Oh my.
We're talking.
Yeah, I was like, I got it the first time, but
Right. And then Ondar like bends down and cleans the blade off on what's maybe left of this orc's freaking tunic or whatever it's wearing, and looks up at Freddy and just like nods his head and walks away.
I'll turn
Sniffling.
to Uthar
Yeah.
and make my introduction.
Your
'Cause I've
friend
seen
seems volatile
before.
today, yes?
Because I've seen the Furbolg type before, so I was going to say, make my introductions. Hello.
Yes, hello. Do you always have that bird, by the way, in your cloak?
Maybe.
Seeing the bird, you see Uthar kind of like duck his head under and to the bird say, "Hey, this is a strange place for a bird to live." So because of my trait, the bird does understand me, though I have no way to.
Yeah.
He can't. I can't answer. He can't answer me, but.
I'll put my finger like in my hood and like pull Greg out.
His name is Greg.
His name is Greg. And then this is Renard. And I say my, like, showing the little foxy as I put him on the ground.
He kind of crouches down.
Thank you
to
so
pet
much, Spencer.
Renard
Spencer, man. I appreciate that. Thank
He
you.
looks at him and says, This is dangerous place for you, little man. I have not seen animals on the wagons in much time. Unless they are in cage on boat, I have not seen many land animals. Are you okay, little man?"
And that I will do my Fey Touch speak with animals. And ask how, so I can tell Uthar what Renard and Greg said.
I gotta get rid of these dead body.
It's all these corpses. Scary's gotten real corpsey on us.
Okay, what does I'm sorry, I missed that. What did you say to the bird, Uthar?
To Greg, I thought I mentioned that I thought it was weird that he lived inside this lady's hood,
gotcha.
essentially.
Okay.
And then Renard, it's a
And then
dangerous
Renard,
place
it
for
was
them.
Yeah.
confused
then,
why a fox would be in the middle of this combat.
And then Hawkeye cast the speak with animals so that you could translate basically.
Yeah.
So Greg the bird is like, what do you mean? It's very comfy in here.
Greg said it's very comfy in here.
Yes. I mean, I imagine it would be warm. It does, the trees usually is where birds, but warm hood, I suppose, is place for a bird also.
Renard, and then I'll go back to the other question to Renard.
Okay, and
This
Renard,
man's asking if you're okay.
yeah. Renard says, yes, as you can see, I'm very quick. I can move about as I wish. I dip and dodge between the legs of you creatures. Very suave. Quite
Yeah,
the
I
fox.
was like, I laugh, and then I'll say it the same way that you just said.
Yeah, he's like, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. He talks like that.
He's got an Errol Flynn thing going. I like it. We're gonna learn now. Yeah, I agree with our laughs pretty deep and says, I like this one. He is funny. You will be careful, little one, but you watch out for these cult members. They will hurt you. Yes, you stay with your mama.
Renard will nod and then just try to jump in my arms.
he's you know how like people suave, they have the one eyebrow cocked up above the other. Like he just looking at you on the ground just hops up into her legs with the cocky eyebrow thing. Ah yes, I protect her as you can see. Oh.
I protect her. She doesn't protect me. I'm Hawkeye, by the way, and then I will reach out a hand.
I'll return a hand and say, I am called Udar.
Udar?
Yes, this is the name I was given. One moment. I step over towards Carlin, seeing his wounds, and will pump. Put my hand on his wounds, and what a bad roll though. Only kind of healed him.
4 points of healing. Carlin. Thanks, friend.
Yes, sorry. I normally would do this with bandages. When we are back on the cart, I will look you over. And then he steps back to Hawkeye and says, pardon. The man was bleeding fairly profusely.
I nod, and then I gesture over to Ureva. This one over here is also.
I have seen it. It has been a little while since I have seen in Elvish. They'll call out to you, greetings.
Ureva is currently trying to yank her arrow out of the ogre's body, and embarrassed. And she's, you can see embarrassment on her face as she doesn't enjoy being witnessed not being graceful, and she's just yanking, and she rips it out of the throat, and blood follows and throws it back in her quiver, and she nods and says, "Good to meet you."
Yes, I have served with many of your peoples. I enjoy your people's stories.
Well, I'm not one of my people's storytellers, but
This is unfortunate. Sitting on cart all day is not. Is so terribly boring. All you see is dirt and trees.
Don't worry.
Always the same
I will
thing.
tell you plenty of stories.
Oh,
And Ireva just half slits her eyes and looks over at Freddy. Don't worry, we have one that loves his attention, so you won't be too bored.
This is good. Friend, you seem distressed.
yeah. I would say.
Distressed is one way to put it, yes.
Well, I think you are very brave to stand to ogre all by yourself.
I'm never by myself. I always have my companions, especially the Lady Elf and her arrows.
Of course. But to stand in front of such a large creature and not try to, move or run. It's not many people will do this.
I have Torm to protect me.
Torm. I do not know this name. Is he your friend?
He is the true. It's my deity, my god. He protects me.
Oh, this god, yes. Okay, I have not heard this one. I heard another one started with T, but not Torm. I was told about him, but what was this? Talos, this one. This one I have heard.
Talos. Yes, I've heard of him.
Yes, he's not heard
Lord.
good things.
You
Supposedly
worship Talos?
No, I have heard bad things about him. He seems unfortunate to be worshipped.
Who do you worship?
I worship the storms.
And the god that you pray to?
I do not know what this god is.
You worship a god you do not know the name of.
Yes, I worship them through the storm. They may have, what would be best way to illustrate?
Hello, storm? Hello, wind? You just worship the storm.
When I need power, the storms come to me.
This is a strange way to worship.
Perhaps it's one of the old gods, and the name has been lost to time.
Yeah, perhaps. I do not know how the powers of the storm came to me, but some had said it was the Talos because the boat I was on was had attacked the Talos, and they said that I was his emissary. But then I learned about him, and it does not seem right.
Well, very well.
He says, but the storm can protect. This shield around you. This is brought to you by the storms. It will protect you much.
Yes, I have done this to myself and my friends before.
Yes, so you see, magic is not dangerous. Yes.
It can be useful, yes.
Yes.
And I thank you for it.
Useful.
My name is Ondar, by the way. And he sticks out his hand.
He sticks out his hand and says, "You can call me Uther. Let's see how I was always called."
Say that again.
Uther. Uther Fairbrug.
Uthar.
Yes, this some pronounce this way. Yes.
Yes, you have a strange accent. I quite enjoy it.
This is how I have always talked. This accent.
Well, to me it is an accent. I'm sure my voice is strange to you where you come from.
No, you sound like many of the pirates I have known.
Pirates. Oh, well. Where do you hail from, Uthar?
Kind of just the water. I do not know where I came. I live last 16 years on boat as mostly slave.
You were born on a boat?
No, I was born on land somewhere, but taken on boat when I was very young.
Right. You don't have a homeland?
From what I have been told, the whole tribe was taken. I am only one that I know still alive.
Oh, that is sad to hear.
None of the cultists are like within eyeshot of me or earshot of us, right?
No. So right now the caravan's kind of regaining their composure from all these orcs. Many of the merchants kind of like hid under their wagons and everything, and all the laborers kind of like ran away as you guys were dispatching the orcs.
Okay. He kind of leans in slightly and says, "This is why I look for these cults. They harbor a man that I am looking for."
They harbor a man that you're looking for.
Yes, he's pirate.
He's a pirate?
Yes, he is the last one who would know if any of my clients still alive. He was captain when I was taken.
Ondar kind of crouches down a little bit because Uthar's shorter than him, right? Ondar's like 6'3".
Yeah, he's short.
Yeah. Not like child short, but
right.
He's like just
right.
under 6 foot, so.
Right, so he kind of, doesn't squat, but he keeps an eye on Jamna to make sure she can't hear what he's about to say. He kind of leans in a bit and he goes, "Does he have tattoos on his head?"
I do not know if he would have tattoos. I have not seen him in nearly 6 years, but half his face is burnt very bad.
Oh, well, this is not the man that I wish to kill. And he stands back up.
Yeah, I would appreciate if this man, before we kill, I need answers from him. So, man with burned face, if you could not kill immediately.
I have a way of making a man talk and tell the truth.
You kill whole men, yes? We have had to do this to some pirates.
No, I would not kill him just for no reason. I only kill men that deserve to be killed.
No, you misheard. Kill whole. You tie them to front of boat. Put them in water.
I did mishear you, yes. As I said, I enjoy your accent, Uthar. I do.
I don't know where we will get booked here on terrible land, though.
I think I could be friends, maybe, but we shall see.
Don't just too soon.
All right.
Ondar walks over and gets on his horse and takes up his position wherever that may be.
Yes. So Ardred.
Oh, sorry.
Ardred kind of comes by and kind of slaps his hand on your guys' shoulders as you were able to dispatch these orcs before he and the rest of the guards could come in. Well, good thing I found you guys for hire. I wasn't sure a couple random names of little reputation, but certainly you have earned a seat at my table tonight.
Freddy visibly scoffs at little reputation.
Yes, I am well known on the oceans, and also these land pirates. What is word? Land pirates. Yes, these land pirates were bandits. This is word for land pirates. Yeah, these were not particularly. Were you afraid of these men? They were not particularly scary.
They were afraid of me.
See? No, well, we're afraid was not at you. It was at, what was his name? Aldrin?
Ardred?
Ardred. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Just
pointing out the fact that none of us even got hit except for Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, Garrett, no, I was on my way to reinforce your position, but orcs can be nasty. This is a small band, but I think we would do well to keep our eyes open. You don't know if there's more nearby.
Yes, with all these trees in the way. They could hide amongst them, yes?
Most certainly. I think we should try to put some distance between this position and where we are going to set up the night.
Back into
I
the
agree.
cart, I suppose.
Let's make like a tree and leaf.
I do not get this reference. And I get in the cart.
I do not get this inspiration. Okay, so Hawkeye, looking around to the ogre and the orcs, you see a couple weapons. They're not really wearing any armor. They're just wearing loincloths and crap like that. So they're actually wearing a hide armor. So you could take the hide armor, though it probably won't fit and it probably reeks. There are four great axes, a bunch of javelins, and the ogre has a great club. You guys want any of that stuff?
Uthar does not.
Ureva doesn't want anything that was on a smelly ogre.
I would say I would take the great club just to like carve into it and stuff. I don't know. I would take the great club.
Club there as well. Find some coins. All in all, total, you find 10 silver pieces and 12 copper pieces.
There are technically 6 of us, except for Carlin. So there would be 5.
5 what?
Oh, you said I'm trying to divide it evenly.
Oh, Carlin's not in your party. He's just an NPC.
He doesn't get money. What's he gonna do with money?
Definitely want to make sure that Uthar is on the party. Oh, distributed for you guys. 40 gold pieces from the 200 before. You have the Great Club. All right. I think right now is a good time to end.
Why you gotta hurt me?
Right.
Sorry.
It's like you don't care sometimes.
It's a good spot. Good spot, guy.
Before we end, Hawkeye will go up here and then just like as an ending thing, just talk to Uthar and like where she's from and how I've seen like his type before.
All right. So there we have it, folks. Sad day in the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. Or not is gone. Now,
Yeah, dude, you can't do stuff like that to me. I'm very empathetic. I actually got a little
I know.
emotional.
I was getting a little
actually
choked up too.
Like, I straight up was just like,
Well, now the question is, will Ryan one day make him come back as turned into the beast and you'll have to kill him? There's your tear
Stop.
jerker.
Stop.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's not okay.
That's
I think that's okay. I think
Ondar
that'd
will
be
just
great.
fall on his sword. Ondar just like, no, I'm just gonna just. rip
Then
his
you
armor off.
literally made it come true that you wouldn't be able to follow through with killing him and he would kill you because he's the monster.
We will
Pick me, my
have to
friend.
see. We will have to see. So yes, Noct is gone from the party. Actually, I don't think I ever read that note, so I'm gonna read that right now for the stream.
So,
Yeah,
John,
we never
if
actually read it out loud.
Yeah.
if you don't want to share this, that's okay. But like, now that we're done with the session and out of characters and all that, can I ask, like, what made you decide to like have Noct leave?
Oh, barbarians are boring as fuck to play.
Okay.
It was entirely that. Like, I really liked the character and where it was going, but like every like you don't have really good skill set, like in terms of outside of combat stuff, and in combat I was so bored. The only time I've played barbarians, they A, either didn't make it past level 3, and B, were part of one-shots. And it was like every turn was just like, I hit it with my sword. At least Ondar can be like, now I smite it with divine wrath.
Yeah.
Like,
Fair enough.
Yeah, we spoke
fair,
out
as I
of
started-
session for a little bit, and
yeah. And I did some math on the Path of the Beast, and it really doesn't scale particularly well. So he was kind of going to fall behind pretty savagely by the fact that he'd be reliant on weapon. He wouldn't be able to be reliant on weapons and his beast power. One of them would just, like, if he got a cool sword, the beast power would stop being viable, and vice versa. So it's a neat role-playing thing, but I think it's like really underbalanced past level like 4 or 5.
Okay.
So I don't know, that's on Wizards of the Coast to do something about, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, also, to be fair, what I probably should have done is, and I didn't think about it at the time, would have been to build him for multi-class. But his stats were put in such a way the only thing I can multi-class would be literally fighter, and that would just make me a bad barbarian and a bad fighter.
Okay.
So
Well,
specifically why I made sure that I was like, okay, I'll still gonna have to do. I wanted to be able to do some general combat with the rogue, but also I took a spell casting secondary and built for that evolution.
Makes sense. I just, like, I had to ask because it's like, you know, I was like, okay, either he planned on doing this from the beginning just because, like, he, you know, like,
because he's a dick.
or, you know, because it's like you never made him look boring. Ever, like in fights or anything like that, but like I get it. Like, you never made him look boring though.
No, but yeah, it's just at some point I could literally play him in combat as a secondary character. It was so straightforward of just like it's move up to reckless attack, and realistically it's use tail to get reach to re-roll, and it's very mathematically straightforward.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I think that I could play I could find a fun character and play a better build.
Oh, man, you found a kick-ass way to leave a campaign. Jesus Christ, my heart broke.
Yeah, it was really back and forth on a few. I was hoping that, because this had been a few before I missed last session, obviously, but been a few sessions in coming. So I was trying to make the descent into unwielding constant talk about murder and killing.
Yeah,
more and more
I tried getting
apparent
that too on
things
the
were
last
starting
session.
to become problematic.
Well, and that's the thing. I didn't grab that before, but then once I saw that letter, I was like, "Holy sh!" Like,
you saw there was a plan to how we could kill you all.
yeah, like I wouldn't have seen it going down that path. I was like, "Oh, Nock just likes to kill shit." But then once it happens, I'm like, "No."
Yeah, that was really well done.
If you do have to admit, though, I got the order exactly right. From most to least dangerous in terms of how we could do it. Yep. It would have to be Ureva first. She'd get away. Got to kill her before she knows it's coming.
Like, I laughed a little and then got sad at that. I was like, well, he got that on the money. Like, Ureva would be like, her honor would be like, you're dead now.
She'd never, and he'd have a hard time catching you is the problem.
Yep.
You fight from a distance. Everybody else has got to come at me.
Well, and I have long strider, so I'd knock that on myself and run away from you, just shooting at you.
All right, guys. So great session. We will join again next Monday, same time, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, to see how the rest of this trek north goes. There's a few more encounters along the way, some more orcs possibly, and they will make their way to the Mere of Dead Men, searching after Castle Neritar. See you guys then.
Cool.
Great session, y'all.
Sounds good. See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye. I will actually be reading this note. So Noct's note that he left for Ondar. Ondar, I'm leaving this note for you so as to make things clear. So there are no questions about my intentions. As you wish with the others, but I fear they will not understand as you will. I have left. Do not come looking for me. Since meeting you, all I have stared down the very stuff of nightmares shoulder to shoulder and looked into the awaiting maw of death, feeling no fear. But last night, came to feel true, all-encompassing fear. For weeks now, I've had the same dream. Blood, fangs, meat. And at the center of the gore was the thing inside of me. Beast in that rage. Until last night, they were just dreams. Last night, it became a nightmare. I can still remember all their faces when I killed them. Swift, brutal, with no mercy. The elf was first. He could escape, warn the others. So I tore her heart out while it still beat. The shifter was so distraught she didn't have a chance to hold back my claws as they tore out her throat. The bard found you. But as he did, I took his head, silenced him once and for all. You fought well, stood ready to kill me, but you hesitated. Hoping to call me to my senses, pull me back from the rage. For that kindness, I tore out your throat with my bare teeth. I could still feel the beast in that moment. I wasn't satisfied. It was still hollow inside. Only a never-ending depth, rage and hunger. I could still taste your blood when you woke me up for prayers. Still felt the slickness of gore on my hands, and the hunger that lingers with me still. Now no, I am not getting better. But by all means, I am getting worse. One day the dream will come to pass. So I am gone from here to find answers. Find where this beast inside me resides and learn how I can control, calm it. Perhaps we'll meet again someday as friends, comrades. Perhaps I will become just another monster in the woods. I will hope for the former. I may not remember all the prayers, but know that I will use them to remember who I am when the beast takes hold. Calm, guide, and protect you all. Knocked Gravelskin. P.S. 20, not 200% tips.